So we have seen how you can represent a vector on a graph. We have seen the representation with these sideways bent ordered pair bars, you might would say. And now we're going to look at another way of representing vectors, and it's in terms of I and J. So if you had a vector AB, then when it goes into IJ form, you just put A in front of I and J in front of B. I is referred to as the horizontal component, and J is the vertical component. Okay, so when we have the vector -3, 5, and we want to write it in terms of I and J, it's just going to be -3 vector I plus 5 vector J. So it is really just another way of writing vectors. Similarly, if we had a vector given to us in IJ form, and we were asked to find 3 times vector W minus 5 times vector V, and write that in terms of I and J, we would just do 3 times 6.2I minus 3.4J minus 5 times -1.7I plus 2.2J. Notice when you're using I and J, you don't need to use the bent ordered pairs anymore. So we're going to multiply both of these by 3. 3 times 16.2 is 18.6 vector I minus, what is that, 10.2 vector J minus, and I'll do 5 times this, 5 times -1.7 is -8.5 vector I plus 5 times 2.2 is 11 vector J. So 18.6 vector I minus -8.5 vector I gives a total of, let's see, 25.1 vector I. -10.2 minus 11 is going to be -21.2 vector J.